everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing some more Tiny Glade because I'm obsessed, and today I thought we'd build something a little bit lighter than our last build. So we did start our little witchy village in the last one, and I can't wait to build even more on there. I have started building on there and I can't wait to share it. But today we are going to be building something a little bit more light-hearted, and we're going to be making a start on our Fairytale village, Fairytale Kingdom. Now I'm thinking I want to start with the castle first because that's going to be like the biggest part of this build. And well, it will be big to do the village, but you know, the biggest build is going to be this castle. And I want it to be on a raised platform. Or, well, not so much a platform, raised terraforming. I'm still going to call it terraforming because that's what it is. And that's where we're going to put the castle. So we have straightened the edges out a little bit so it looks a little bit more like a hill, I guess, because I do plan to put some water around the edge like so. I'm going to make it wider, of course, because we're not going to be able to really decorate in that small little gap. There's not really any point. So I might as well just fill it with water. I love how though I went to fill it with water and then was just like, wait, let's build the castle first. Let's make a start on the building. So this isn't going to be a very complex castle. Like I said in my last video, I'm not too fussed about making something so overly detailed that it's going to take me forever to do and then I'll get bored by the end of it. So I will just make my designs as simple as possible, and that's how I'm going to have enjoyment with this game. So we're starting off with this big building. We've made it as tall as possible, and that's going to be like our main front of the building. We'll probably change where it is, change its positions. Also, I have been playing around with tools a little bit more, and you'll notice that I'm able to do more and more things because I'm starting to learn how everything works, and it's actually really fun to experiment with different ways to do things. Anyway, we want to make a little bridge, so I want to line this up. I want to get it as close to the middle of this building as possible, and also try and get rid of that wall that's on the side where it's next to the building. And this is going to be a bridge that goes across our water. And now I can't bring it any further, I'm just learning that, so I am going to have to make another bridge, and I'm going to have to put that in front of it. So yeah, I think that's kind of perfectly lined up. We'll see, I guess, if I move it again or not. But yeah, like I said, I want the bridge to be a bit bigger so that we can have it going over the water to another piece of raised land. And so to do that, because we can't extend it, we're going to have to make another bridge. But that's okay, it's not too much of an issue, and we only have to line it up. It's not like it's too difficult. I must admit, I do forget that I can hold the control button and it will turn off snapping. It's such a lifesaver. I don't know why I didn't realize when I was doing this build. I could have made it look so much easier. Also, yes, I was trying to get it to fit perfectly in the middle so that the sides would disappear. It just was not having any of it, so I just ended up giving up and just making the bridge as is. Because I did see a short, I can't remember whose it was a short that popped up on my YouTube feed saying that if you put the bridge or put two pieces of like the flat buildings together that are meant to be floors, if you put them together and you get them right, it does make all of the walls, so the little stone bits around the edge, disappear. And I was like, ooh, I wonder how difficult that is. And I did try to give it a go and it just didn't work, so I give up. And so I'm just gonna do what I know how to do. I know, like, this game I've been playing for about a week now, but I still feel like I'm very fresh and new to it. I still make little mistakes and don't know precisely how things 100% work, because I did do this build pretty soon after I got the game. I've done quite a lot of builds on this game now, so I feel like going from this build to maybe one that you'll see next week you're going to notice maybe a lot of progress of how I'm doing stuff and how quickly I'm doing stuff as well. I feel like I'm much quicker. Much quicker. See, what am I even doing? What am I doing? Why are you even trying to draw some dirt on the floor for it to build steps? It's not going to work. Stop it. So yeah, let's raise this piece of land up. You have done it wrong. You know you've done it wrong. There was a big old hole in the middle. It's like you're trying to create a donut. Anyway, let's do the land again properly. In my next video, I actually start practicing with steps. So making steps, you know, making steps out of the building, the flat buildings. And it's so much fun. And oh, I can't wait to show you the next build. I'm having a great time with it. I do go back to the witchy village because I would like to do something a bit more witchy and a bit more creepy. Another build for Halloween because we are in spooky season. It is October. Also very confused as to why this wasn't creating stairs at the bottom of this bridge. Like, why was it not doing the stairs, the little steps that it does with the dirt? Very confused. Obviously I do fix it. I think it's because it's too high. I'm not too sure, or maybe it's just not close enough to the land. I wasn't quite sure, but I did manage to get it to work. As you can see, this is a huge gap underneath there. That's not going to work. But look, it works when you press back. So for some reason, somehow it decided to work when I reversed what I was doing. So I wasn't going to complain. Leave it at that. It is good. We just need to get rid of the side pieces because I don't want the stairs to go around the edge there. It's kind of annoying. Kind of don't like those. I mean, it's okay in the right setting and if you really want that, but I didn't want it for this because I wanted it to be kind of a natural break off from the bridge to the land. I will probably do some more land raising, terraforming around the little village when we get to it. I kind of want to build the village now. Now watching this back and voicing over it, I'm like, oh, I really want to go back to this build, but I also want to do this Halloweenia build, so we'll see what happens. I'll see how I feel. Normally, I just get up and see how I'm feeling the day. Am I feeling like I want to do something a bit Halloweeny, a little bit witchy, or do I want to do something fairy tale, or something completely different? We see how we're feeling in the morning, and that's what vibes we go on for the rest of the day. Now we've placed down the building tops here, so if you didn't know, you can just basically shrink down your building to as small as possible and it makes a floor. It's perfect. It's perfect for making a little floor for your castle or your kingdom, whatever you're going to use it for, it is perfect. You can obviously change that as well with the coloration tool, which I'm sure you all know if you're watching this video, but just in case some of you don't, I thought I'd explain it to you. You can change the colors. I'll change the colors of this building literally when I've finished the designing of it. I think towards the end is the easiest time for me to color everything. I don't want to have to go through and color each piece as I'm placing it. It's just a pain. It's easier to do it all at once. So for this next building, we want to make it as tall as we can. Obviously, it needs to match the other side. We're just going to separate it from that first building that we did. I do want to put like a little bridge connecting the two buildings. I think it'd be super cute. But first of all, we need to make sure we get it in line as possible that we can do. I also want to change the shape of the roofs for this build. I'm like, oh, do I want to be inwards, outwards? Inwards seems better. Also, losing control of the camera seems to be a thing. I don't know if it's just me. Is that happened to anyone else? Do you lose control of the camera and you're just like, wait, where is it going? Where's the camera going? Why is it doing this? Or is it just me? Am I just being really stupid with the mouse? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. Is it happened to you too? So we've made our little bridge kind of. We want to make it a little bit smaller. So we don't want it as wide and we do just want to connect it to each of the buildings. But I'm trying to get it as straight as possible. I feel like that's okay. And then we want to bring it in a little bit more, pull it across. And I think that looks pretty good. I want to make sure that the wall going around the floor part, the bridge part. I don't know what you call these things. I just make these words up as we go along and just hope that you know what I'm talking about. We want to make sure that you can't see those through the actual building walls, because we want to put doors there and make it look realistic. Now to do the doors, I'm going to be using the window placement. I really like this, what I called last time, like very cathedral, medieval like door. I don't know what you'd call the door. What did I call it last time? I can't even remember. But right, we had to move the bridge a bit more. We had to extend it a little bit more through the building because you could see the edging in the walls through the door, but this way you can't. Anyway, I decided to use this door instead. Apparently we used the square doors rather than the more elegant cathedral-like doors. And once again, we're gonna have to pull this through too because you can see the edging. No, you can't. There you go. Looks so much better. We'll change the colors, like I said, towards the end. Now down here, I was thinking, oh, we could do like a triple door thing and see how big it is, but it's small. It is very small. It's not working. So we are gonna have to grab that dirt tool code. And we're gonna have to make the door that way. You can make the door this way. It will recognize it as underneath, which is good. I'm glad it does. I just feel like that door just isn't doing it though. So we need it to be a little bit wider. That's more like it, but it's not in the middle and you can't move it. That's the only problem. When you're using the dirt tool and you can't see where you're placing it, you literally have to guess and just hope for the best. And that's what I was doing. And I'm just hoping that I get it central as possible. I know I'm not going to get it like dead central unless I mess around with it for like the longest time. So I just kind of got to do my best with it. But I think I get it pretty central. I think it looks pretty good. Grabbing the wrong piece, but I do get it pretty central. I'm trying to grab the door and it was just being a pain. Like, how big do we want this door? I think that's good. Yeah. See, if you zoom out and zoom back in, it looks pretty good. I like the sizing of it. So now we can continue with our castle. So I do want to add some more buildings because it's a very, very small castle otherwise. And also add some more floor. So we're going to add some flooring down so that we can add more buildings onto the floor. I couldn't decide what I liked best. Do I like just the thin leg of brick holding this platform up, or did I prefer it just being a whole big part of it? Like it's a whole big part. You know what I mean? I'm not good with words. I'm not. But anyway, we're going to try and get it in perfectly first. Also, again, not realizing about the snap tool. I do, don't worry. In my next build, I use the snap tool just in case any of you are like, wait, you could use this. It'll make your life easier. It will. It will make my life easier in the next one. But yeah, trying to get this placed in is kind of painful to watch. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It is painful to watch. But I do think extending it down so it's not just on like a leg of bricks definitely improves it. It looks better. It looks more castly. Maybe there's something underneath. Maybe there's like dungeons or basements full of wine. I don't know. There's something underneath or something. But anyway, that's looking pretty good so far. I like it. It needs more. It needs to be more castly, more buildings, more everything. I feel like you can't have a castle and not have one of these big round... What do they call them? They're not turrets. They're called something. It begins with T. I can't remember what they're called. I should have done my research, but if you know, let me know. I always like everyone letting me know what stuff is in the comments. I can't remember what it probably doesn't even begin with T. If you know me, you've been here for a while. I do not know. I do not know some stuff. Anyway, we want this to be at the bottom. And like I said, we want this to be more castle-like. So I'm probably going to add another one. I do. I thought I did. I can't remember if I did or didn't. But I want to add another one and I want to add it right next to this one. We do a little bit of movement around to get it placed right and make it look good. I'm going to bring it down and also bring it up, but not as high. We don't want it as high as the other one because I just don't. It's just a design choice. By the way, while we're doing this, please let me know down below what other designs you'd like me to try. I have some already lined up that I'm waiting to do. I really want to do some cute countryside builds, some crazy extravagant bridge house builds. I don't know how to explain it, but I've got some good ideas. Also, we want to do the creepy forest. And I know there's a daily thing, daily stuff that comes up. I might give some of those a try. We might have to go at one of those. Make like a small little build for one of those daily themes that they give us. But yeah, let me know. I know someone wants a winter island. I know that was asked for last time. I love how I say islands. The Animal Crossing in me was just like islands. A winter build. A lovely winter build. I'll do like a winter village or a winter Christmas village. I don't know. I'll see how I can do that. I haven't tried the winter yet. I haven't had a look. I haven't even tried the autumn one. The only ones I've tried is the flowers and the one I used for the witch forest, which I can't remember what it was called. The witch village, rather. I can't remember what that was called. Can't remember. Anyway, we're just trying to place some more flooring down. Of course we are. Extend it a little bit. I feel like I don't need to do too much to the back of this building because you're not going to see it. You're not going to go around there and see it unless you give it a little spin. And anyway, I'm in control of what is seen because I'm in control of the camera. We don't have anything like tours or searching for other people's design, which actually in the future that would be really good. I hope that in the future they add the option to save your glades online on like a little online server thing, and maybe people can come and visit for inspiration, you know, like walk around with the camera and stuff and take pictures, and that'd be really, really cute. I think that'd be really good. I'd enjoy that. I'd like to see others' designs, maybe save them to like usernames so you can specifically find someone. So if there's maybe a content creator that you really enjoy and they're making good builds, you could go visit their builds. That'd be really fun. You know, like they do in Animal Crossing with the dream addresses, and now DDV, Disney Dreamlight Valley, you can go to people's valleys and tour their valleys. I hope they do that. That would be really fun. Oh, and also Palia. They're doing it in Palia as well now. I really want to get back into Palia, but this has kind of got my life. This game is my life. It really is. I want to make more and more videos on this. Don't get me wrong to all my little Animal Crossing fans and friends out there. I still am playing Animal Crossing, so don't worry. I'm just playing this one an awful lot. I want to get this building lined up. I keep seeing the nest at the top there just keeps spawning in and out, like different positions. Like, please don't. There you go. It's gone. It's gone. I think that looks okay. I like it. I like it so far. It's actually quite nice in this color, the cream and the grey. This building is 100% not straight though. I don't know if it's because of the way I've built the castle and the castle's not straight. I don't know, but it's not straight. It's really bugging me, but we'll have to make do. It looks okay from the angle I'm going to show you, and that's all that matters to me. By the way, I will admit, I do love a little chit chat. I love talking. So my videos are always full of tons of talking. So if you ever need some talking in your life, definitely check out my videos. I will talk your ears off. I know a lot of people have been doing builds on Tiny Glade without talking, and I could possibly do it if that's something everyone was interested in, or if you like the commentary, let me know and I will carry on talking. I'll talk about anything, absolutely everything and anything you want me to talk about, I will talk about it. Anyway, I think that's looking pretty good so far. We got our building. It needs a little bit more something this side, so we're going to add another extra part to this and bring it out. And there you go. I don't need to add an extra building because we can just extend that one, so that's pretty good. And I feel like I need some towers on this side too. So we want to build some of those towers, kind of try to make it look like it's matching, but not matching in a sense of I don't want it to be symmetrical because it can't be anyway because the other side isn't the same. But like something that looks like it's meant to be. It doesn't look weird and out of place. And of course, put the smaller one next to it. I need to try and get the heights right. So yeah, I need to kind of look at the other side, see if they're right. They're not. I know the roofs aren't right, but we need to make sure we get the builds right too. The building is going to be pretty much the same height, the same scale. Otherwise it will look a little bit strange, I think. I don't think it'll look too strange, but it might look a bit strange. Also, accidentally making it bigger and bigger. What am I doing? And this is like the moment I realized that I could actually do that. It is. And this is what I mean. In my next build, you'll see that I remember stuff and I remember to do stuff and I remember I can do things. And everything comes a little bit more easier to watch rather than trying to watch me struggle to do this. Because, yeah, it's a struggle. Okay, so now that we pretty much have that identical to the other side sizing wise, I think it looks really good. Now you can see the brick legs that it's on. I'm always going to call them brick legs now from this day forward. They're brick legs. You can see them, but I think if I place trees and the bushes in there, it will look okay. I think it will. I think it won't look so bad. We'll give it a go. I mean, the bushes aren't too high, but they do cover that lower one, which is great. So let's whack in a tree and yeah, it's fine. Don't even notice. Don't even look. Don't bother looking. Now it's time to add some little details to our building. So I do want to add a door here, but I don't know if it's going to be a bit weird being there. So I do opt for just a door at the back. Because, you know, I don't think you'd want two entryways into the castle, especially from the bridge, because people could just sneak in. You know, if we had people wandering around, they'd just sneak in, break into the castle, and that's not a good idea. But we need a doorway over here too. I'm just trying to figure out where I want it placed. Let's make it a double door so it's a little bit bigger, maybe even a triple door. I want a triple door? Yeah, nice big triple door. So it's a double door, look. We've got a nice shovel resting up against the door too, but we need some windows. So we're going to use that same window. I'm going to call it the elegant cathedral-esque style, and we're just going to put them along. I will space them out after. I found it easier to put them down and then move them to where I want them after, rather than trying to get them there first time. So you'll notice me do that a lot. I don't know if that's a thing everyone else is doing. Are you doing that too? Are you just making the stuff and then moving it where you want it? Definitely makes it easier than trying to get the placement right first time, like I said. On the towers, I feel that these wooden, I know they're not square, but I keep calling them square, rectangular square windows will look better on the towers. They just look a bit more fairy tale like. I can't wait to make some of the Fairytale village buildings, and maybe we can make, if we have the space, like an odd little cottage, Fairytale cottage that maybe, I don't know, a good witch lives in. Apparently I'm obsessed with witches. Apparently so. I don't know where the witch obsession is coming from, but I love it. Once again, getting these window placements is, yeah, it's tricky. I don't know how I want the windows to look. I don't really look at pictures for inspiration. I know a lot of people like to look at real life images for inspiration when they're doing builds, and I really should do that. I think I might get onto Pinterest and have a look at certain areas that are actually real places in the world, or maybe it's something someone has drawn from a fairy tale book or something and get inspiration from that. I might do that. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Maybe what we could do is start a series where we have an image in the top left or right, wherever I'm going to shove it, of the picture, a picture of an area, and maybe we could try and remake that in Tiny Glade. I think that'd be really fun. A really good idea. Now I really want these to work. These banners, they don't stretch that far. So I'm going to have to put one in the middle and then continue at the side. I think the top one, the top left one, right at the top, I keep saying top, is a bit odd. So I am going to change that. I believe I get rid of it because I don't like how it's looking. So we just have the middle bit over the door. Because the building isn't the same width each side of the door, it looked a little strange, and I am trying to rearrange it to make it look better, but I think I end up just leaving it like that. Also, you can change the design. I didn't even know. I did not know you could change the design on the flag, so I go for the sheep. I think it's the sheep. It's basically a little sheep on the flag. It's so cute. Perfect. We will be changing the colors too, because this castle is not staying this color. No, this is our fairy tale castle. It's got to look fairy tale-esque. I went in with this other window placement that we have, and I just put it holes along the top. I thought, you know, the sun could shine through these holes. Why not? Also, a light. We need some sort of light going on here. Pop it on there. And then pop one by the door. But it takes away my ladder. Although the ladder outside the door is a little strange. Don't you think? Like, why would there be a ladder outside the door? I don't know. I guess the ladder is there, so they're putting the bunting up. The banners up. Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, you can put some lights on the flooring over here and on this. So if you didn't know, once you put flooring down, the lights actually turn into little lanterns that you can put on the floor, which I absolutely adore. I love that you can do that. Now is time to change the color of stuff. So I want it to be pink. I want it to be pink. It's going to be cutesy and pink. We're going to go for this. So there's just bricks down the side and it's going to be pink. I did look through the other colours just in case I changed my mind, but my heart was set on pink. It truly was. This lovely light colour pink. Also, all the doors and all the windows are going to be white, and the banners I couldn't decide, so I just made them pink too. Because why not? You can see them. It's not like they blend in, so I was happy with that. But yeah, white windows and white doors for everything else. Also wanted to change the flooring, and I did think that this was like a peachy pink color, and I thought it was perfect. Perfect for our brightly colored fairy tale village that we're about to make. I am very excited to do the buildings. Like I said, I don't even want to do them now. I might go do them after I've recorded the rest of this voiceover. I might go do them. So for the towers, I didn't want those to be pink as well because I wanted to be a little bit extra with it. I did look at the pink and was like, ooh, maybe the pink. But no, I do go for a different color. I think it's the white. Yeah, I go for a white. Just so they stand out a little bit more as towers. We have changed it so they've got the wood paneling on them, or wood, whatever you call it. I think it looks great. I am going to do the windows white still, or do I do them pink? I can't remember. I don't remember if I do the windows pink or white. Now the roof was a little tricky because there's not a white roof really, so I did go for purple in the end. I was like, fairy tale, let's do it, let's go for purple. But I was deciding for the longest time and then just went straight back to purple. Here we go. I was so quick at clicking that. I was like, yes, I knew what I wanted and I wanted it. But how cute do these towers look? They have the pink wood, the white walls and the purple towers. If that doesn't give you fairy tale, I don't know what does. I think I saw somewhere that someone made a Rapunzel castle. I don't know who it was. I really should try and remember names. I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible with names of places, people, everything. I think the only thing I remember is people's pets. It's so bad. It's like there's a place in my brain specifically for storing pet names. Honestly. You tell me your dog's name, I will probably remember it more likely than, I don't know, a road I've been down. I'm rubbish with road names. Road names are not my specialty. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm rambling a lot. We haven't changed the colour of these roofs. We forgot. So let's do those. And there we go. Lovely. We need more windows. This building here looks very plain. It does. It's a bit too plain for us. So we're going to go with the elegant windows, as we call them. Make little windows like this. Wow, they're not little. They're the three windows together windows. Let's just place them around. I've got the singular windows too. I think they look nice up the top. I'm going to mess around with the windows for a little bit, so I'll let you enjoy the window placing. And knowing me, I will probably just ramble on about absolutely anything as we're doing this. Actually, let me know what's been your favorite thing you've built on Tiny Glade so far. If you want to post pictures, please feel free to tag me with your favorite builds that you've done in Tiny Glade. Also, if you've done a Fairytale village, please tag me as well, either on Twitter or Instagram, or even join the Discord. I think I'm going to make a channel in our Discord, which you can find the link for down below, specifically for Tiny Glade, and for you to post your pictures and show off your designs and share inspo with others and share tips with others as well. I think that'd be a good shout, like, oh, I made this, how did you make this? Give an example of how you did it and help everyone out. Okay, something that just happened as I'm recording this is Tiny Glade just tweeted out that they've got a patch. So what we were talking about earlier about the wall disappearing around the edges, the patch actually includes the option to remove merlons and railings. So we no longer need to stack 2 blocks to get rid of them. It's literally just tweeted as I was doing this voiceover. So how good was that? Also, they added the last color/style edit is remembered and applied to the next shape or window, etc. you create, which is amazing. And they got a few miscellaneous fixes as well and bug fixes. I think that's great. I'm so happy to see them continuing already to update the game quite a lot, and it's only been out a few weeks. And you know what? Getting rid of the railings so we don't have to stack is great news. I'm so happy that I'll be able to do that now, and I can probably go back through some of my builds and change them a little bit so that we can remove some of the railings and that. Now I finished the windows. I do end up having to move the windows on that bigger building because they don't sit right with how I do the building. You'll see what I'll do in a little bit, but let's add some windows to the roof. We needed something on the roof. The roofs are a bit plain. Oh, and this building has nothing to it either, so we need to add a couple of windows to the top there and one just here. Perfect. I do need to add some windows to these towers, and you'll see what proves difficulty in a minute is the tree is in the way. So like I've been doing by just placing the windows down and then moving to where I want them, the problem is when the tree's in the way, it is in the way, you can't move it. When you're placing the windows, the tree goes invisible. You can only see the shadow, so it's really easy. But if you're just placing them like I am and then moving them about, rearranging them, look, see? The tree's in the way. It is such a pain. I try to get past it, but I end up moving the tree, I think, because it's just so annoying. But let's place these windows all around my tower like we did with the other towers. Make it look really cutesy and fairy tale. I honestly am loving the colors of this already. It looks so cute. And I can't wait to do some of the buildings in some bright colors. I want to use that pastel blue and the lilac-y purple color that we have for the buildings and some whites. And just really, really have fun with all the colors. If you followed some of my previous builds, like Animal Crossing builds, I've always loved making colourful builds. I always used to love doing colourful islands like Kidcore and Fairytale, Fairycore Island, because I did Kidcore Fairycore, and just having fun with all the colours in the games, and this is going to be no exception, I think, for this build anyway. I do want to do a more neutral colour build. I have a design I want to do in mind, so I'll be doing that probably next week or the week after. I can't release all the videos at once. There'll be so many. There'll be so many builds, otherwise you'll all get sick of me posting so many builds, unless you want me to, of course. Now this needs flowers. It does. We need flowers and bushes going around here because it is Fairytale. And when I think of fairy tales, I think of flowers and meadows. Oh, that's another build idea actually. I really want to do a meadow, like a cottage core meadow build. I think that'd be so pretty. Now I want to put these all around here, and I don't want to just fill that whole big space we got there with the flowers and bushes because that's just too much. And also I feel like it needs something over there. So we are going to end up placing a building there in just a second. I'm going to make an old, I guess you'd call it like a shed building or like a barn building. But of course I got to go around and customize all of the windows first and all of the doors because I haven't done any of them. Okay, so I think I've done them all. I think I've customized them all. They're all white. All the windows and all the doors will be white, like I said, because it just looks nice. It looks nice with the color scheme we got going on. Now back here, I do pop in a tree, and this is the realization when I'm like, maybe I should do a building here because this is going to be so many flowers otherwise. So I do want to make that barn type building that I said I wanted to make, and we're just going to start by placing just a normal building down first, and then we want to go in with a tower next to it just to make it a little bit more interesting. Don't want to be too fussy, too intricate with this one. It just needs to look like an old abandoned barn, or maybe it's still being used, it's just old, who knows, at the back of the house. Well, not a house, castle. I don't know why I called it a house. It is a castle. We're building a castle. I think instead of making this pink to match the castle, we're going to make it white instead. But we're going to use the same color roof, so you can tell it's all part of the same build. It's not just odd out. But I think the white brick definitely looks so cute with the building. Now we want to put a door on there and then do a little pathway over to this part. And then bring a pathway off from our floor by our castle through the flowers. Like so. And then it's going to join up with the other pathway that we just placed down. And it just looks super cute. I think it looks lovely. More trees are always needed. I love trees. I'm a tree addict, apparently. And whenever it comes to designing anything on any game, I'm always like trees. Trees here, trees there, everywhere. A couple of windows on here. Looks pretty cute then. Adds a little bit more to it. Rather than just me leaving it plain, put some windows on this tower here. And then we just need to customize those as well. So we're going to make those pink so they fit in with the castle that we have. So we've got white walls, purple roofs, pink doors and windows. Perfect color scheme. And then just fill out the rest of this gap with flowers, because why not? I love the flowers. I literally went overboard with them though, maybe. Maybe a little bit too much. And there's always room for more trees. Now this looks pretty good from back here, if I say so myself. But let's carry on the water. So we want to put the water all the way down here. It's just going to run along the terraforming that we've got in between the two bits there. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I love I just get mumbled with my words as I'm doing this. And I'm just like, yeah, it's all good. Everyone understands me. I want to bring this bit out a little bit so that we can do what would look like somewhere where you can walk along the little pond, walk along the river, because we are going to put houses, like I said, over the other side, but I'm not going to do that today. That will be in a different build that I'm probably going to save for next week. Or maybe the week after. It depends what I get into. Like I said, it depends. If we end up starting the more creepier forest, I'll do that. But I also want to do the witchy one. Oh, and my cottage one. There's too many I want to do. And I'm asking you guys for more ideas as well. I'll be full of ideas at this rate. But there we go. It's looking cute. Oh, we lost control of the camera again. Well, of course we did. Well, there's a zoom out look. We don't have a lot of space for housing and other buildings, but I think that's okay. That gives me the chance to practice with having things a little bit closer together. So now what I want to do is place another building down so that we can make a balcony. I was feeling like the building, the side with the big part on the left, was looking a little bit plain, so I need a balcony. And this is just me just messing around with the tools because I can't figure them out again. But we want to make it pink, of course, so it fits in with the rest of the castle building. You can change so much. You can change so many little details on this game. You can be so picky with it. I do hope they add more though, so it can be even more fussy and even more picky and take even more time to decide what I want. By the way, let me know if you love these longer videos that are more chatty. Like I said, I can talk for England, literally. I can talk for England. But let me know if you enjoy those. If you enjoy the longer ones where you just have me waffling on, chatting on about what I'm doing and absolutely anything. Let me know your thoughts. Because if so, I will carry on doing them because I'd love to know. Anyway, we've got a little balcony and this is what I was talking to you about earlier. About the windows and why I need to rearrange them because it just looks so weird. I don't like it at the moment, but you know, as I always say on this channel, trust the process. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna trust the whole process as you go through. I couldn't decide if I wanted to have a smaller balcony or a bigger balcony, and in the end you'll see what I come up with or what I end up doing. I didn't want the wooden legs on it because I thought it just looked too strange. So we got to have it as far away but as close as possible so that we don't get the legs, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that makes sense. But I do prefer the balcony on this top level rather than it being right in the middle. I don't know why, it just didn't really look right in the middle. I think when I do my next castle build, I may add a few more balconies and a few more little details. Because I want to do more creative, more decorated, more intricate designs, but not too crazy. It's like I said, I like to keep it simple, but I also like to push myself a little bit to change the way I'm designing something and give myself more of a challenge to design something too. You got to try and find the perfect thing to go on this balcony because honestly, what do you have on a balcony? You don't have a sign. This little chair though, and these little wooden crates, perfect. I want to turn one of the windows into a door. And just look how cute that looks. I'm so happy with it. It's come out so adorable. I wish we could actually decorate with benches and little furniture so that we can make the bigger areas of land a little bit more interesting. But then also on the flip side of that, I'm like, do I want to do that? Because then I'll be too busy fussing over like the tiny little parts like that and less so on the building, which this game is about. I mean, don't get me wrong, if they decided to add in little more decoration things that you could do, then I'd be super happy and I'd be all over them. But I hope that if they do, they don't add too many that it makes it too much, you know? Sometimes less is more, they say. Alright, let's get these placements correct. Messing around with the windows. I'm trying to move the window without it changing too much. But it takes away my little crates, so I'm not having it. I'm just going to leave it where it is. I love my little crates. Although, saying I love my little crates and then this plant pot turned up, I changed my mind, didn't I? I soon changed my mind. As soon as I saw the little plant pot, I was like, yep, don't need any crates anymore because we have a plant pot. But anyway, I think that looks really cute. It looks really adorable from back here. We have this little space down by the side of the cliff. And you know what I'm going to do? Trees. I'm going to fill it with trees. I'm going to fill it with flowers. I'm going to fill it with bushes because that's what I love to do. And I don't know what else I would put there otherwise. I guess you could put some more buildings, maybe like some decayed buildings, but I don't really want anything that looks like it's decayed or abandoned because this is meant to be my fairy tale village. It's meant to be cutesy and we can save the abandoned stuff for another build. Also super appreciating the lilies. I love putting the lilies in the pot, but I'm controlling myself. I am controlling myself to make sure I don't put too many down because I could get carried away. But I'm getting carried away with the trees. Look at me go. I'm like, yeah, I have a mission. It is to put trees absolutely everywhere. More flowers on this side. I'm not too fussed about this bare spot that we have over this way. We're just going to fill it with flowers and bushes because you're not really going to see it. No, the main focus is the front of the castle, not the side. I wanted, obviously, not as many flowers on the other side and did the building because that was a bigger area, I feel. But anyways, I think it's coming out pretty good. Cover it with trees. Can't go wrong, see? Little fairy tale castle in the forest. That's what it is, and it looks like a dream. I would stay here, to be honest. I don't know about you, but I would. Let me know, would you stay in a pink castle? If not, what colour castle would you want to stay in if it was a fairy tale castle? But there it is. That's what we have done. That's what we have. I think it's come out amazing. I'm super happy with it. Can't wait to do the little extra house pieces, like I said. But yeah, there it is. There's the finished castle. Like I said, I like that it was so simple to do and it looks so pretty as well at the same time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. We won't do a little viewing, look around type part at the end because I'm probably going to wait till the end, till when we've done the whole lot, the village and everything. But look, here is a day-night cycle. I hope you like it. It looks kind of fun. I wanted to see what it looked like. But anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Come join the Jellybean family. I hope you have the most wonderful of days and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.